Hi everyone, this is Aaron with Crypto Trends. Today is January 18th, 2019. Today, taking a look at the top picks for this year of 2019. We're going to be taking a look at the top picks by the market cap and also percent gains. Which ones do I think are going to have the largest percent gains, and a few other extras to stick around for at the end of the video. Getting started, please keep in mind that this is not financial advice and just my opinion. So let's get to it. So here we go. Top 5 by market cap. Okay. So in the number 5 position, I'm looking at NEO. That's right. I'm looking to see something actually move upward for NEO this year in 2019. And, you know, it has some stuff going for it. I mean, it's in version 3. It's really learned a lot from its previous experiences, and I think it's going to be moving forward. It has a tremendous support base out there. People just love NEO. It's a really good, it's a pretty good platform for coins to be on, and I just think that it's going places. Now, please keep in mind, these are not, this is not financial advice by any means. This is my personal opinion. A lot of this information I got when I was doing remote viewing for the coins for this year, and that took a while. You know, it took me several days. I was thinking, oh yeah, I was going to make a video, but nevertheless, finally got the remote viewing done, and here it is. So I'm looking in the number 5 spot in CoinMarketCap to be NEO. And in the number 4 spot, VeChain. Yeah, VeChain. Right now it's at number 25. But I'm looking for pretty big things to come from VeChain. We'll see. Hopefully it makes it to the number 4 spot. And that would be a really nice thing. Now, keep in mind, VeChain has had a fantastic, an absolute fantastic 2018. It is definitely not reflected in the price. The price is abysmal. It is absolutely abysmal. It's like terrible. It's awful. You can say all the bad you want about it, and it is true price-wise. But project-wise, VeChain has been like the top coin in the entire market. They have working products. They have pilot test products out there. They have real physical, real world working items, and they've done what they said they're going to do. Their transactions are coming up. There's just a whole lot of stuff. So I'm looking for all that good stuff to move forward and to propel VeChain into the number 4 spot for CoinMarketCap in 2019. So in the number 3 spot, good old XLM Stellar. Yeah, it should be a stellar year. And I really like Stellar because of the expanded market penetration thanks to IBM and its worldwide product. And I really don't think people are giving this the weight that you know, the weight that I think it deserves. IBM is an absolute powerhouse when it comes to salesmanship. They have the best salesman in the world, beyond a doubt. The Big Blue, and I think they are going to push Stellar up to the number 3 spot, and that will be trumped only by Ethereum. Oh, there's OceanX back there. Don't forget about OceanX. By Ethereum. So we all know about Ethereum, right? I think it's going to regain the number 2 spot and stay there for a while, looking for good things to come from it. Number 1, Bitcoin. Yeah. Who would have guessed, right? So number 1, I'm still seeing Bitcoin at the top. I do not think it's going to be dethroned. Yeah. Okay. So congratulations to all those Bitcoin holders out there. So yeah, we'll see where this goes, and I'm hoping, you know, everything here goes up. Alrighty, so let's go take a look at the top percentage gainers that I think are going to be gaining the most percentage, okay, for 2019. And what do we have in the number 10 spot? Ethereum. So I think Ethereum is going to really gain a bunch from where it's at. Right now, it's pretty much sucking wind. It's in the 120s. It's gotten down to the $80 range. Terrible, terrible. Good if you're buying, right? But really, its price has really been low. But you know, I think it's going to pick up, and it's going to have some really nice percentage gains, same as Neo. Neo's like, I'm seeing some stuff come from Neo. All right, so here's one you might not know of. This is Matrix AI. Its ticker is MAN. So go ahead and do your research on Matrix AI. They have some Chinese government, well, let's just say that they have some contracts going on with the Chinese government for the, well, let me say this. Do your own research, okay? This is not financial advice, but check them out. So I think Matrix AI definitely has some growth potential this year. They just keep plugging away, and I think, in my opinion, they're a serious project. MediBlock. You might not have heard of MediBlock, and here I'm talking about MediBlock X. That is the one that is the ERC20 token, okay? Because there's a MediBlock out there, and there's like a MediBlock X. So get the X one, okay? Nevertheless, this coin is for medical research stuff, putting medical records on the blockchain and having the owner of the records, i.e. you, being able to approve access to who gets access to the medical records. And let's say a research company wants to get access to the records or whatever, you know, they can like pay you some Medicoins or whatever so you can get reimbursed for your access to the medical records and stuff like that. This is a Korean, primarily Korean-based company. And they are actually making some interesting headway. They actually had a survey done where, you know, for the, you know, the Korean people and stuff like that, of what they thought that the top cryptocurrency would be for 2019. They chose this one at 17%. It got this one. What came in second? Icon. So you might not have heard of MediBlock, but here it is. The Korean people certainly have, and they like it. So I'm looking at some really good things that come from MediBlock. Additionally, they have a like a 3-year research trial program type of thing going on with Harvard, with the training medical center that they have in Massachusetts. Do your research. You can find a link for that. Okay, and this is MediBlock. Moving on. So, Vibe. This is Vibe. VibeHub. VibeHub does the remote, not the remote viewing. That's what I do. VibeHub does the VR, the virtual reality and the augmented reality and stuff like that. It's the holographic. It's the holographic images that it can create and actually display them on a web browser and in VR. And that is like really, really cool stuff. They just completed integration of their coin as a type of payment mechanism. So when you shoot somebody, you'll get like a Vibe, okay, a Vibe token. Well, you know, you can depend on how much you want with a scale. So you can say like, oh, I want 0.01 or like 0.1 or like 10 or whatever. So they have like 3 different levels in this little video game. But when you shoot someone, it's like you earn Vibe, and then if you get shot, you have to pay out, right? And so it's really kind of cool. It's a really interesting game thing, and it's going on. This is like the leader in the VR and AR segment. They integrated that game with Unity, and Unity 3D is the most popular game development platform for mobile. So check it out. This is Vibe, could be VibeHub, and yeah, so good luck to these guys. I'm looking at, I'm thinking they're going to have some nice gains this year. We'll see. Also, here's Ambrosis, AMB. So Ambrosis is a food, you know, it's a food traceability platform, like how VeChain started out. And Ambrosis has, you know, it has some good stuff going on. They have their own little sensors, and they are starting to make waves. They're getting their stuff out there, and they're developing. They're keeping their nose to the ground. They don't do a ton of marketing or stuff like that. Definitely check out AMB. So next up, Holochain. And Holochain is really a different chain. It's focusing on peer-to-peer. And it can be, well, check out their project, let's say. They're just released where you can purchase little hubs or not hubs, but I guess, yeah, they're hubs. They're like a node where you can host the interactions of the network. You know, it's a node. And these are like little tiny computers. You can get it. It's about the size of like a Mac Mini. And they're pre-configured. And they also have like little thumb drives. If you get the little thumb drive one that's the least expensive, keep in mind that you're going to need to have some type of external hard drive hooked up to that bad boy. And also something to plug the little thumb drive into. It might be cheap, but you're going to need a lot of the supporting, the supporting peripheral equipment to go with it. So you might want to check that out. Also, they're going to be coming out with a version where you can install it on Linux or something like that, and that's down the road. So we'll see what happens with that. But right now, they just released the actual hardware that comes pre-configured. That's cool to actually help support the network. But check out Holochain. That's HOT. I'm looking for them to make some pretty big moves. Okay. And they're popular, yeah, but they really have a different type of chain. And let me go check to make sure that I'm actually streaming. Yeah, okay. Been talking here for all this time without streaming. Oh my gosh. All right, so we've covered these guys so far. We have Ethereum, Neo, Matrix AI, Mediblock, Vibe, Ambrosis, Holochain, and Zilliqa. Yeah, I'm looking at some big movements from Zilliqa this year, and you know they should have their sharding done. They're just getting stuff out there. They're keeping their nose to the grind, and they are working away. They're really not pumping that much, and I like that about coins that don't pump themselves and get overhyped that much. Zilliqa, I think, is another very interesting project. You have Zilliqa and you have Holochain that are very interesting, but Zilliqa is popular amongst, well, let's put it this way. There's some institutions out there that have picked it up, and there's been articles on that for like hedge funds and stuff, and you can do research and check that out. So you'll see where it goes. But tell me what you guys think of Zilliqa, if you think it's going anywhere. It has a lot of good energy for it moving forward. So we'll see. We'll see. Best of luck to everyone. So next up. That number 3 was Zilliqa. So number 2, VeChain. So number 2, I think VeChain is going to have the second highest % gain out of a bunch of coins. And yeah, I think it's going to have a great year, so we'll see. But man, 2018 was like the worst year anybody could ask for. It just dropped big time. But nevertheless, I still love VeChain, and I'm still a long-term holder of VeChain. I also hold Zill and Hot and Ambrosis and Vibe. So I mean, I hold some coins, but yeah, I'm diversified. But I really like VeChain. I really, really like Zill. I really like Zill and Hot. And Ambrosis and Vibe. I mean, I like these coins. I mean, I did a remote view and I got into the energy, and these are the exciting coins to me. Okay, so what is the number 1 coin? What is the coin that I think that we're going to see the largest % gain? And this is my opinion. Don't go out and like dump money into this thing or any of these. These are suggestions to go out and do your research on, okay? Do your research on. And if you go look at the market, I mean, there's a ton of people that have got wrecked, okay? Like VeChain. VeChain was like $8 something, and now it's like equivalent of about what, 30 cents, 35 cents, you know. So people just got wrecked on VeChain. And that's a terrible thing. But VeChain had a tremendous year. It got a lot of things done. And I think that's going to carry forward. And I think it's going to be a tremendous year for VeChain. So the number one, who's that? The key. I think the number one, as far as percentage movers, now, yeah, as far as the percentage movers is going to be the key. The ticker is TKY. And do your research on the key. It has very strong Chinese government relationships. It's in the Social Security, pension payments area type of thing for the people of China. It's in healthcare type of thing, because what it does is it helps provide the identity verification. So when you go in to get some type of health service, they're going to want to know, okay, who you are for real. It's like, you know, just your Facebook ID isn't going to do it. So they want something that's irrefutable and undeniable, and that is the key. So when you go in to get your I don't know, checkup, they're going to say, okay, who are you? Okay, we're going to run your verification across the key, whammo, and lo and behold, it says, yep, this is who you are. And they're going to like scan your iris, do a hand scan or fingerprints, or however they do it at the facility. But to me, the key is actually the most interesting coin in the entire crypto realm, and that's because that it can have tremendous disruptive capabilities, as well as the socio-political its aspects of it can actually have. So very, very interesting. Check out the key, do your research, check out their partnerships. And yeah, and in June of 2019, right now they are in trials, and in June the trials are going to become well, they'll be coming under review from the Chinese government, and then if all goes well, that's when they'll say, okay, let's take the key nationwide. Whammo. Interesting stuff. Okay, so best of luck to the key. Alright, so that is it for the top gainers, and there they are. So once again, Ethereum, Neo, Matrix AI, Mediblog, Vibe, Ambrosis, Holochain, Zilliqa, Ven, that's VeChain, and the key. So what's next? Just some extra bonus material here on ones to take a look at. So watch out for Halal Chain. That's HLC, Halal Chain. And they are, once again, another food tracking type of system. It's very interesting of how many of them there are. But this is for halal. It's like kosher. And it's to basically, it's a tag to make sure that people can verify that the products meet the specifications for their diet. And that's quite interesting. Check them out. See who's backing them. Quite interesting. And yeah, HLC, Halal Chain. Also check out Bluezell. So that's BLZ. Check them out. T-Food. Check out T-Food. Interesting. And then there's DOVU. DOVU is you know, popping up and stuff like that. It's involved in that Mobi project with BMW and stuff like that. All these guys are like way down there. And yeah, so this is just some bonus material. Anyway, that's about it. So I hope you like this presentation. Go ahead and let me know the coins that you like. Please like, subscribe, get notified, ding the little bell. And yeah, go to old crypto. Lovin' crypto. So let me see if I have any on the chat. If not, I'll go ahead and take off here. Oh, I do. Alrighty. So we'll go check out the chat. So Joe Smith thinks XRP is going to crush everyone. Yeah, it could. It very well could. We'll see what's up with that. Um, he likes Fahrenheit. Yeah, Fahrenheit could be huge for VeChain. That's one of the things. Don't forget, VeChain has a lot of things running on its platform. Safe Haven, SHA. Take a look at Safe Haven, okay? Fahrenheit, big one, all right? There's a whole bunch. And then he also likes XRP and XLM, Ethereum. Okay, right. VET and Delta. Yeah, imagine that. VET and Delta. Yeah. Didn't VeChain win some type of an award that had to deal with baggage handling? Oh my gosh. Yeah. Do your research. So, yeah, VeChain. Real world stuff with VeChain. Definitely. Yeah, XRP. People love XRP. That's okay. Keep in mind, I don't have anything against XRP. It just didn't show up in the energy as being in these lists, okay? It was like on the list for over here in the 5, it was like number 6, okay? So it's still in the top 10, so don't get all worried and stuff like that. That's for sure. Yeah, and Ontology. Yeah, Ontology is good. Yep. So they're like deal stuff with Neo, TKY, ITC. Not familiar with ITC, Leon. Yeah, VET still has a massive partner under NDA. Yeah, also rumors for DHL. Lots of rumors for that. VeChain is going places. One thing you got to keep about the price is you got to look back at VeChain for the year, and you look. If you've been following it, you could have seen the enormous, gigantinormous sell walls. So there is no way that the price was going to ever increase above this huge sell wall. There's not many things out there that have ever encountered anything like that in the crypto market, where they have huge sell walls. And VeChain has been trapped in between sell and buy walls. I mean, just enormous, like millions of coins. So there's no way it's going to get surpassed. And so it's been very carefully controlled to go for the price for it to go a specific way. And it makes one wonder why. And the energy that I'm getting for VeChain is that those controls are going to be lifted. Okay? Those controls are going to be lifted. And we'll see what takes off with VeChain. But VeChain has tremendous energy for not only last year, which to me it was the #1 coin by far. For this year, tremendous energy. Next year, tremendous energy. Don't forget 2020 Olympics with that Docomo. They just did the not China's, but Japan's largest mobile carrier, right? Docomo. Check that out. Huge, huge. What's going to be used during the Olympics, right? Huge. Enormous. Okay, and so Fahad wants me to talk about the key, specifically the lack of exchanges and getting delisted from CoinRail. Well, first off, don't worry about getting delisted from CoinRail. The exchange that it's on is a good one that matters, and that is Qcoin. Okay. HitBTC being a scam. Let's see. Switchio, no volume. Thus really only being on 3 exchanges. Yeah, and so what? They're only on 3 exchanges. They don't care. They don't need to be on exchanges. The TKY basically doesn't need to go shopping. They have their customer base. They have Qcoin out there, which is their biggest one, and then they're going to be listed. It looks to me like everything is pointing towards a Chinese exchange, okay? And the key is an integral part of enabling that exchange to occur. Very interesting. It's kind of like the you know, the horse before the cart, or the duck before the chicken, the egg before the chicken, that type of thing. So we'll see. But as far as the key being listed on that, really right now, if you're a prospective buyer, the last thing you want is for it to be on Binance. And Catherine Lee, the powerhouse CEO of the key, said in an AMA something to the regards that they're just really not interested and to be listed on a larger exchange. And she was hinting at Binance, where they're basically are being extorted with exorbitant number of tokens that they want to be given to be listed. And so there's like a high entry fee to get onto that exchange. And then what happens is that as soon as it gets listed, it dumps it. And there's a word for that. I mean, it's been verbed. It's been verbalized. We call it to be Binanced. To Binance something. It's like it gets listed and it dumps. It dumps hard. Like Grin just dumped hard, right? Big, huge dump. And that's the last thing the key wants. So right now, it's on a good exchange. It's on KuCoin. And I am absolutely happy with that. And so we'll see. So I really don't have any worries about it going places. When this thing takes off, believe me, people will go and sign up on KuCoin just to get this coin. All right, that's what I think will happen. So yeah, that's about it. So let me see here. Zilliqa with Ont. So people like ontology. Yeah. So we'll see. There is some rumors that are still unclear with the relationship between Zilliqa and Ont. Yeah, well, we'll just see what happens with that. But ontology had a pretty good time this year. Zilliqa, I think, with the sharding and stuff, it's really going to be an interesting year. So I'm really looking forward to it. TK with Ont relation. Yeah, that's an iffy one, because it's like, okay, there was a relationship and there wasn't. But right now, I don't think there is a relationship, other than that ontology might use the key for the ID verification. Keep in mind, the key has exclusive rights for identity verification in China. So if anybody else wants to run in China and have identity verification, even if they have their own little process, like VeChain has the VVID, the VVID, right? And ontology with its thing, if they want to have identity verification, it's going to go through the key, because and that's if it's not fake stuff where you can just like enter a fake email and stuff. If they want real identity verification, it is going to go through the key, and that is because the key has exclusive rights to that information and access to the databases. Okay, now that's on the identity side. And so ontology could be doing some other stuff on other things unrelated to the identity side. But if, let's say, if ontology, all it is let's say all it is going to be in the future is just its identity thing, then it's a zero. It's going to go to zero, because the key already won that contract. But that's not the case. All right, ontology does other things. I was just giving you a a really way hypothetical. So Fawad has some comments about the key, velocity and stuff. They can create their own chain. That's why it's a long-term investment. Yeah, it's going to be the key is a long-term investment. We'll see. And then it could all go kaput come June of this year. Okay, if they get rejected, then yeah, everything could go kaput. It will drastically, I think, change the environment of the entire crypto space. We'll see. But as far as the key goes right now, what they're doing is they're testing. They are developing smaller and quicker scanning apparatus. So the actual machines that you put your hand on and stuff like that, they're developing stuff like that. The physical hardware that they're currently doing, because when they roll this out, they're going to have to roll out big, and they mean like a lot of these devices. Oh, got to keep in mind that yeah, so there might not be much activity on the key until around June, and then after that still not, because a lot of people still don't know about it. But this thing could just be going bonkers over in, I don't know, Korea. Koreans like the key, that's for sure. But as far as how it's going to go in the future, as far as they're like having their own mainnet, yeah, right now they're running on Neo, and it's you know, if they need to move, it's under consideration. The key really isn't disclosing that they're going to move on to their own mainnet or not, but they have hinted to it a few times, okay, and I think they definitely will, because really nothing out there, from what Catherine said, nothing out there in the crypto space is fast enough or massive enough to handle the volume that the key is going to require. Yeah, I mean, you're looking at what, 1.4, 1.6 billion people using the key, and so take 30% of that, and that's how many are going to be using it basically on a daily basis. Well, maybe not 30%. Let's say 5% of that use the key on a daily basis, and all the smart contract stuff for the key is going to be paid in TKY tokens. So we'll see. Anyway, I hope that answered your question. Oh, okay. So Liang Yang says ITC is an IoT promising project, strong resource in China. I'll check out ITC. Thanks for the link. Can I do an interview with Catherine? I'd like to, but we'll see. I think she's kind of busy actually getting the code done and managing this thing, and I'd rather have her be hard at work getting the key up and going. So yeah, so I don't know how great of an interviewer I would be. But no, that'd be kind of cool. I know she did one interview. She actually has a new, if you go to like their Twitter page or their Medium, they have a they have a video of her like at the like a conference. It's about like a month old or whatever, but it's at a conference, and you can look at that and you can see that the people there are like real deal, real Chinese government employees and stuff like that. It's you know, it's legit. It looks legit to me. But yeah, that'd be cool. Catherine got, what did she get? What did she win? She won like businesswoman or entrepreneurial of the year, something like that. I have to go back and check. I know it's under their page and stuff like that, but she's done well. She has an education in the medical field and also the IT field, which is interesting. Okay, so Fawad wants to know about my thoughts about their advertising. Frankly, they don't give a damn about advertising, and they don't need to. Why? Because if you're one customer is the Chinese government for the entire Chinese continent, and then you might have some others that follow along because of the business relationships that China has with other governments. Why do you need to advertise? Do you really need any other client? No. Do you need to advertise at all? No. The Chinese government is going to advertise for them. The Keys holding company is going to advertise for the Key. And it's a very, very special case. It's because this is basically, look at it as a government thing. Think of like here. Think of if, let's see, what do we have here in the U.S.? We have, okay, let's say, I don't know. What would be a really good example of that? Okay, well, let's say all of a sudden your driver's license were going to be tokenized, okay? And something like the Key was going to put it on the blockchain. Not saying that, I'm just doing an example. So really that company that's actually doing the back end stuff of putting it onto the blockchain wouldn't advertise that. The DMV would, or the state of California or whatever would say, hey, you know, come and get this fancy new driver's license or whatever that's on blockchain, blah 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 blah. So that's how the Key is. It's like the government and the agencies are going to advertise basically for it. The Key is underlying technology that will support multiple different ventures and use cases out there, from medical to Social Security to, you know, pension payments, that type of stuff. So by them not advertising, it's also good for us because, I mean, right now you can pick it up cheap. Nobody's heard of it, right? For the absolute strongest project with the best and strongest partnerships out there, the Key blows everyone away, even VeChain. VeChain is the only one that comes close. And to give you some type of comparison, this would be VeChain's partnerships would be pretty much equivalent if XRP signed on with the Federal Reserve. Okay? That's about how huge this is. Just looking at comments here. Leon Yang wants to know why TKY will build their own blockchain. They might have to, because nothing out there currently is fast enough. Also, they might want to have a quasi private blockchain. So let's say the insurance companies. So you have like the primary insurance company in China, okay? They have a ton of servers all over the country, right? What can you think of a better place to have a host than to use the currently existing computer facilities at you know that PIC has, okay? That these facilities have. They already have the internet set up. They have the point-to-point lines like a T1, T3, that type of stuff going on. They have the network infrastructure in place already, and so they could have a quasi-public and private type of environment. And we might be looking at that. It already is a quasi-private because when it goes and hits the government databases to do the authorization and actually validation, the public is not privy to going on to that part of the network. Absolutely not. It's all going to be filtered through the Key. So the Key already has private stuff. It's another thing on why we don't see a lot of stuff on GitHub. We see the public stuff, but man, we don't see the private stuff at all. There's no way that's going to go. That's going to be public, because it's, I mean, it's almost national security level type of stuff. So as far as like Neo goes, will it remain on Neo? I'd give it about maybe 20 to 30% chance. I really don't think so, unless this whole game thing that Neo has been working on, it's version 3, unless that thing really ramps up, and yeah, we're talking like big time transactions. We'll see, but the key, I think, will actually create its own out of necessity, because it has to, in order to facilitate the massive amount of usage that the key is going to have. Okay? So Fawad says, thanks, brother. You're welcome, Fawad. Always good to get your feedback. It's refreshing to hear genuine feedback as compared to all these shills. Yeah, I'm not going to name anybody, but I am just sick to death of the shills out there. That's what really, it's like I was feeling uneasy about XRP, and I was wondering why. Why is the energy decreasing on XRP? I love Ripple. I love XRP. And so I started tuning into YouTube, and then there were like shilling this thing to death, and it's like, holy cow, what's going on with XRP? When something needs to be shilled that hard, there's something up. But you tell me. But yeah, you're more than welcome. You're more than welcome. Also, Fawad, hey, if check out this. Oh, damn it. Check out this HLC coin right here. That's Halal Chain. I think it went up 45% this week. And that's everyone else out there. I mean, this chain I talked about, maybe, I keep on getting on. There's like a little thing you step on, and it, okay, good, I broke it. But yeah, the Halal HLC, I mean, interesting project. They've actually have, check them out. That's all I can say. Check them out, okay? They're very interesting stuff that's there. But yeah, you're more than welcome. I try to give and be genuine. That's my primary thing. There's shills out there. There's people that get paid for this stuff, and it just really irks me. It's like, who does one trust? Who does one trust? So yeah. Don't trust me, by the way, because this is not financial advice. You guys get that, right? This is like stuff from remote viewing and my own personal opinion. And I'm talking about energies and the zeitgeist and collective consciousness and all this garbage, okay? It all goes into how I came up with ranking these coins. You guys get it. All right. More, great show. Hey, you're welcome, Amar. Thanks. What do I think the key will get on Binance? Some more wants to know. I actually hope it never does, to tell you the truth. I don't think it will. Like I said, I think that the key is going to be the key to a Chinese exchange. What do you think they're waiting for? They're waiting for identity verification. That is 100%, so they can track everybody that gets onto an exchange, so they can make sure that they are paying their dues, their taxes, and also that there's not going to be a flight of money out of the country. That's the primary thing which they want. They don't want money to fly out of China. And so if it does so happen to do that, okay, fine, they get some Bitcoin and then they transfer it out of country. Well, Bitcoin is traceable, so they're cool. So where'd they get that at? They got it on the Chinese exchange. And who got it? This person got it. They know for sure. That's what the Chinese government needs. So once the key goes, we can be looking for, I mean, here comes Chinese exchanges and blockchain. And don't forget, the key is in talks with the People's Bank of China on how to do currently some type of workaround for the purchasing restrictions on crypto there. And yeah, I mean, it's difficult to get. It's not illegal to own. ICOs are illegal and exchanges are illegal, but people can still own crypto. But yeah, I mean, heck, you know, interesting stuff with the key. No one. I love that name. No one. Reminds me of a great movie if you haven't seen it, Idiocracy. Idiocracy. Go ahead and rent that if you can. And they had a guy's name on there was like, was it not sure? Anyway, okay, no one. So what's your question here? Do you know how tokenization or tokenized stocks will work, or tokenized derivatives and assets? Let's say you have a Microsoft, okay, or let's say Lockheed Martin, all right, it's $320, whatever. But not everyone can afford $320 for a share, and they don't feel like you know, doing a stock split. But what they can do is take some of their stocks, buy it back, and say, hey, so like Lockheed will actually purchase some of its stocks, you know, a stock buyback, and they'll take that and they'll say, okay, we're taking these and we're going to split it up, so we're going to have like a Lockheed Martin coin, okay? And instead of it being $300, it'll be like 32 cents, okay? And they may or may not. Here's the trick. Well, anyway, just going on the first thread. Okay, so it's going to be 32 cents worth of a share. Okay, so it's a percentage owning of a company. Okay, that's a share. It's an equity. So if you purchased enough of for one share, you would have like the equivalent of one share, right? Let's say, here's the tricky thing that's interesting. So actually divvying it up into smaller segments is basically all they're going to be doing, okay? The tricky thing is how are the regulations as far as it being an equity with the ownership rights going to be handled? So when you have ownership rights, yeah, you can vote. You can actually vote. You have ownership rights of the company. You own it. In crypto, you don't own anything. You know, look at the EOS model. Same thing. You don't own anything. You can't, I mean, there's like nothing. And that's just how it is. With stock, though, you have equity. You have equity in the company, and you can have voting rights. And if you have enough, then you know how it works. The thing is that are those tokenized assets? Are they going to be equities or are they going to be crypto? So you're only going to get a percentage of something. Now, what are you going to get a percentage of? Are you going to get a percentage of the profits, the dividends that get paid out? We'll see. So it's a very interesting type of thing. But the way as I understand it is basically, I don't know. You know what? That's a really good question. It's not decided yet. Is it going to happen in the future? I definitely think so. It is one of the trends that has tremendous energy behind it, is the tokenization. That's another reason why VeChain is important and has tremendous energy behind it. Check out their new thing on their nodes, on how they tokenize the X nodes. So you can actually purchase an X node because it's been tokenized, separate from other things. So you could buy the X node status, which gives you the rights of having an X node, but you gotta also have the coins. So an X node, what is it, 1.6 million coins that you gotta have, and on top of that, you can purchase an X node status from somebody else and plop it onto the coins that you have. Okay. You couldn't do that before. Before, you only had a one-time option of having an X node. You either invested in it, bam, and it would never be offered again. But what they did is they tokenized something. They would not have done that otherwise for something important coming down the line. They promised that the X node status and the special benefits were going to be a one-time deal only thing. But then they went ahead and they tokenized it. They must have had a huge reason to do that, because as like an internal proof of concept is what it was. They did an internal proof of concept, and it's working. Okay, they're working out the bugs, but they're doing it internally. So look at what they're doing. Very interesting, and I think VeChain is definitely going to be in the forefront for tokenizing stocks out there. That's some of the energy that I get. Yeah, I know some others talk about it, but VeChain is like already has a working proof of concept of it, and that is with their X nodes, something that was safe that they could fix. But yeah, as far as it going on, as far as it actually transferring of equity, that we're going to have to see. Okay, we're just going to have to see. And Fawad wants me to take a look at bit.game. I'll take a look at that. Just write it down. I'm just writing it down right now. I'll look at it later. No one says XRP is super shilled. When all those riddles and profits came out, I thought to myself the same thing you did. Not good. Yeah, there is something up with XRP. I don't know what it is, but I'm glad I got out when it's back at 53 cents. That's for sure. I have no regrets. I'm actually happy I did. Happy. But man, I used to be stoked on XRP, and now it's like I don't know, rat poison. Fawad says, now this is for you guys out there. For your knowledge, halal means allowed in Arabic. Yep, absolutely. Shukran. Oops, there's my phone. Somebody's calling me saying, hey, you should like, I heard about this hot coin called the key. Yeah, right. So going on with the comment here. For your knowledge, halal means allowed in Arabic. If successful, it has a potential market of 53 Muslim countries and 1.4 billion potential users. Absolutely right. And so halal is, yeah, basically, yeah, you're right. I mean, it is. Closest thing to it that people might know is kosher. Is it kosher? Is it cool? Is it okay? Is it good? They tend to think of that as along with the food products, where they have kosher marked on the boxes. I think we might actually see some type of RFID tag like VeChain has to go on boxes or something like that, a QR code where it can be scanned, and you can trace the line from the field or the farm to the end product to make sure everything was cool. Yeah, because you can't have a facility preparing food that processes swine. It's not going to work for halal or kosher stuff. But yeah, another interesting thing about this is tremendous market potential. Absolutely tremendous market potential. And you know, guys, it's not just the Middle East, okay? Indonesia has a tremendous population there, okay? That follow this standard, all right? That follow the standard. A lot of Muslims there, big time. People don't seem to know that. They all think it's Middle East, and it's not. But very, very interesting stuff. Take a look at it. Take a look at who signed off on it in the beginning. Go way, way back. Interesting stuff. No one says, thanks for the comment. Shukran. Shukran. That means thank you in Arabic for those people that don't know. So no one says, I feel like I'm living in Idiocracy. Me too. That thing is like the most prophetic movie I have seen. It is definitely telling of the future. Yeah, the Arabs spend billions of dollars to get halal meat, beef and chicken, absolutely, from places Brazil, Argentina, Australia. Yeah, where they're not Muslim countries, absolutely. Same as kosher. It is absolutely imperative. It has to be the animal has to be treated a certain way. No, I can speak as far as kosher goes. You tell me if this is similar to halal. But as far as kosher goes, it's like the animal has to be treated a certain way. It has to be processed basically in a certain way. The slaughtering has to be done with basically blessed knives where the throat is cut, and so the animal can bleed out, and so the blood can basically pretty much be exhausted out of the body. And then the meat is packed in certain ways. There's a whole lot that goes into the preparation of the meat, and it's a big deal. And so that's as far as like kosher. And then it has to be under a regularly inspected facility. There can't be any pork. There can't be any dairy products mixed in with the meats. There can't be any like seafood stuff or like crab or stuff like that. And it's a huge industry that people don't know about, and people will pay premium meats. And if you ever go to let's say you're someplace and you have let's say reservations about the cleanliness of the food, let's say you're on vacation or whatever, and you have reservations about the cleanliness of the food, it's a pretty good safe bet to get something that's kosher or halal, okay? Because it's about the actual cleanliness of the food. And yeah, it's worldwide, huge in New York, huge in LA, huge in lots of places. So yeah, a lot of people everywhere, and people pay premium. They pay premium for halal. It takes a lot of extra processing, but so the meat is actually clean and edible, and you're not going to get sick from it for the most part. Huge important stuff. Yeah, Fawad says Indonesia has almost 300 million Muslims. Yeah, imagine that. 300 million. India has over 200 million. Thanks for the numbers. I appreciate it. Yeah, huge. Huge. No one has ever spoken about that I can recall on YouTube or anywhere that have mentioned halal chain. Very, very interesting for something with a huge market potential is that. And you can check it out. They give updates and stuff. I mean, they're just staying quiet, plugging away, okay? Oh yeah, Fawad says yeah, Muslims are allowed to eat kosher if halal can't be can't be found. Yeah, yeah, that's the cleanliness is big time. I mean, that's the important thing. And the thing with I don't know if this is the case in halal, but if it's kosher, the facilities have to be blessed by a rabbi. And you know, I mean, what is it, Adonai or excuse me a second, I need some coffee. I was choking here. You have like Adonai or Allah, you know, one and the same. So it's interesting stuff on how some of the cultural aspects of it move together. And it makes one wonder on, if you think back, is this like really from a religious thing, or was it from because people kept on eating seafood and got sick and died? So they said, okay, well, we shouldn't eat seafood anymore. Interesting on how that actually came about. Just something to think about, that's all. But for me, I tend to think more about crypto. Yeah, I do. No one wants to know, have you ever looked at Tron recently? Do you think it's correcting or losing its steam for the short term? Tron. Big ass pump and dump. Big time. Let's go take a look at Tronster. Let me kill this little game there. Okay, take a look at Tron. Let's go over to Trading View. Chart. 4 hour. Yeah, it's going up. It's going up parabolic. Just from charting range. Okay. What do we see here? I know my scrolling is probably driving you crazy. Okay, so this one's being manipulated. And that's okay. That's fine. We can deal with that. So we have do here. So what we're looking at is a pullback of about 75%. So whammo. Yeah, it should come down further. So there's one. See how this one is, let's see, right here at the top of that green. And I go down the bottom of that. Fuck. Shit. You didn't hear that, sorry. Okay, so I'm bringing that line down. Let me scroll in so you guys can see. So I'm going to try to bring it here to this line, to this one here. Okay. So there's that. Now if I bring it all the way up to the wick, let me move this thing over. Do it. Another one. Okay. So now we can see the wick. So the wick is right there. Where does that line up over here? Lines up pretty much with around this guy. And this is on a 4 hour. Okay, usually you don't look at it on a 4 hour, but if we take a look at it, for looking at stuff like this, let's do a 2 hour. Okay, so that's a little bit better indication. So we have this guy and right here. So they're pretty much equal. So you have your, basically you can think of it an in phase and an out phase. Also notice on this garbage, when it's a wick down and it goes down like this, it depends on the angle. I'll give you a hint. It depends on the angle of how far it goes down. Sometimes. A lot of times if it's a gradual down, it will continue to go down. Okay, this one had an interesting drop, big drop in the middle, and then it started going up. So what happens when you have an up angle? It goes up. When it goes down, it has a down angle. This one would have been straight across. Anyway, check that out. Look at these angles and see how it goes up or down on these box patterns here that people call wicks. I mean, not, they call them BART patterns on these candles here. Okay, But anyway, getting back to Tron, I don't like Tron at all. I think it's a piece of garbage. I think they're just purchasing their way, or trying to purchase their way to stardom. They have, I think, that one article by that one dude that was talking about BitTorrent, how the traffic is going to crush Tron. I think that's pretty legit, but that's just me. Let's see. So this is going up and it's taking a big dump. So what was the buy-in? If we had a buy-in, okay, we could actually be looking at a larger buy-in. So if we say this one here, so we're looking at this area for the buy-in, and so the out actually be right around here. You see how I did that? So we're looking for somewhere around this range for Tron, and that's just like really super duper uber short time. And here's another box right here. You see this garbage? It's all manipulated. So I mean, you can look at this and see, oh, okay, it's going to come here. Here's a line. Oh, here's another line. Okay, whatever. Do all this TA mumbo jumbo. Doesn't mean anything, and that's because it's under the control of the bots. It is not a standard market. It is, there's too little liquidity for TA to like work consistently. But anyway, Tron has an awful long way to go, doesn't it? It has an awful long way to go. Yeah. Let me scroll out here a different time frame. Stupid thing. Stupid thing. Come on, take a look at Tron. Stop bothering me here. Let's see. What I'm doing right now is I'm looking for like any type of Wyckovian patterns. So we're down here. This could be low, but then this one's even lower. It's been going up since here. So you've been holding since there. I mean, you've been having a pretty good time, right? That's cool. Congratulations. If you got down in here, hey, awesome. I don't know, man. I'm not the guy to ask. I don't like Tron. I don't like its chart. I don't like its tech. I don't like its volume. I really, really don't like its volume. The volume is like minuscule here. You see that? Can you even see it on the screen? And yet it's pumping up. That means it doesn't take anything to pump it up. Okay? Hardly any money. I don't know. I'm just not in the Tron. I get sick looking at it. They're purchasing stuff. The whole, I mean, what are they doing? They're coming out with another ICO. I mean, it really reminds me a lot of EOS with like a 100-year ICO. I don't know. Same league. People love it. Yeah. People here, can you make money on it? Absolutely. I'm not talking about price action and stuff like that. I just don't like the project itself. Price action? Yeah. I mean, hey, just looking at the graph here. Yeah. If you even got it down here, I mean, you're doing okay, right? Pretty awesome. Yeah, we'll see. One thing to note, people that got up here, they purchased in here. Oh my gosh. They purchased at what, 28 cents? It's nowhere near 28 cents, is it? But yet it's up here. Yeah. Yeah, what is that all about? It's because BTC doesn't have the money in it. You ever notice that? Oh, it's way up here near all-time highs. Let me go to the daily. Yeah, it's right up here by all-time highs. But yet its price is nothing, It's like around here, it should be at 28 cents. Right here, it should be like around 20 cents, you would think, 15 cents, and it's definitely not. That's because the value of BTC isn't there. The value in the market isn't there, even though it's hitting all-time highs relative to, this is relative to ETH. Same thing. Things equal out. Anyway, that's Tron. So it's going up. Yeah, look at it again. It's in this area, man. What happened last time it was in that area? There you go. We'll see. Best of luck to you. Not financial advice. This thing could still continue to go up and do one of these to the moon. But I am totally not interested in that, and that's just me. It could be fantastic for you. But thanks for the question. Yeah, short term, it looks like it's losing its steam to me. That's on a very, very, very short term. I just told you. Boom. Do I have a telephone? Excuse me, a Telegram group? No. I was thinking about it. I actually was thinking about setting up a Discord server, and so I'll probably be making one of those really quick. Perhaps Telegram. I'll keep a note on that because it'd be kind of cool to talk to you guys. Because like when I get on, it's not like I'm like talking to like a whole bunch of viewers and I'm trying to like, oh, buy my video tutorial, blah blah blah. Which you should check out my video tutorial. But I'm not like pushing that all the time, and then it's like $9. I mean, it's not like the discount is $350 off. So you're paying like a Bitcoin or so. Those guys, it's like, please, you know. Anyway, I'm not doing that at all. I mean, I hardly market myself, and that's because I'm just talking to people. I'm doing this because I'm an enthusiast and I like crypto. But yeah, so it'd be cool just, you know, talk to other people like that and the chats and stuff. That's why I like the chats. And yeah, so perhaps I will. That's a good idea. Perhaps I'll check out doing a Telegram and Discord. We'll see how that goes. And Andrew says, fact sheet. What do you mean by fact? F-A-K. Fact sheet. Yarnib says Vibe is making major moves. Can you give some insight? Absolutely. Absolutely. Vibe is going to be revolutionary revolutionary pretty much as far as the way that you're going to like go to class in the future. It's going to be holographic, so your instructor is going to be there, and this could be like online, real time, or it could be videotaped or whatever, where it'll be holographic, virtual reality, on the web. Even if you don't have like the VR headsets and stuff, you can watch it on the website. You can still move around and see things, basically like, think of it as movable 3D if you don't know what VR is. But that's coming. And a really cool thing about Vibe is that take a look at their roadmap, and they have actually ticked off every single check on their roadmap. Very, very huge, important thing. And that means that they are not, they're doing this to actually like be a company, whether they have the crypto thing or not. I mean, if they just go on their own without the crypto aspect of it, they'll be just handy dandy fine with PayPal or whatever they want to do. But I think that the way they're going to move forward with their project, crypto or not. That's how strong of an energy that I'm getting from them is. They actually have a passion. They have a passion, which is extremely rare and challenging to find in enterprises out there. These guys have a passion. They integrated with Unity 3D, which was one of the games that they have. Check out a video. I did a video on Vibe Hub about a few days ago. Check it out on my channel. And but yeah, they integrated with Unity 3D. Huge thing. They're making moves there. They have stuck to the roadmap. Hugely important, fundamental wise. They are doing their thing and they're plugging away. They are, I mean, it's real deal, guys. They're doing the real deal thing, okay? And yeah, so Vibe Hub, go check out their examples. Check out my video I did on them. I go more in depth than just now, but yeah, we'll see. I like them a lot more than Tron. Tron don't, I mean, yeah, you can get some price action on Tron, okay? Don't get me wrong on that. There's been really nice price action on Tron. I just don't like the project myself. But then there's a lot of stuff out there where you can have some good price action that I don't like. VeChain, oh my gosh, it's had like some of the worst price action in like the whole crypto space. It's sucking wind big time. Fantastic project though. Anyway, moving on. Sandra says Discord would be great. Okay, yeah, I'll take out Discord. Oh, I'm sorry, Andrew. No. Yeah, I was saying some colorful metaphors there when I chart. Yeah, you're poking fun at me. That's cool. Gotcha. Fact sheet. Gotcha. I need more coffee, man. Need more coffee. Sitting here looking at cryptos. But yeah. Anyway, guys. Yeah, there's this one thing I gotta take a look at. I'll look at Bit Game. Like, what the heck is Bit Game? You know, I have no idea. But bit.game. So I'll take a look at that because I have no idea. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, I'll check out Discord and stuff like that. Okay, so Fawad says, okay, Fawad, why is Telegram better? Tell me why. Why is Discord better? Help me make a decision. Okay? Why is Telegram better? Yeah, actually, why? Why is Discord? What are the benefits of Discord? What are the benefits of Telegram? Let me know. Let me know your thoughts. And I'll set one up. Way cool stuff. So yeah, we'll do that. Plus another really cool thing is that I have Zoom. Yeah, Zoom, where I do like a lot of calls on, and I can handle up to like 100 people on conference calls on Zoom. So that's pretty cool. So we could also do something like that. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Maybe teach you guys, have like classes and stuff on how to do remote viewing, so you guys can look at this stuff your own, or you know, stuff like that. Lots of opportunities out there. Yeah, I can get both and try them. Yeah. So okay, Telegram. Okay, I tried actually installed Discord, and I set up a server and stuff, but it's like it seemed like alien to me. So I'll give Telegram a call, a try, and see how that works. But yeah, that'd be fun stuff. We could have like Telegram, you know, whatever, certain times, blah 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 blah. Super duper uber secret duper channel. That'll be halal and kosher, you know. We're only covering kosher coins. You know, halal for the tender viewers' eyes. Yeah, fun stuff. Anyway, you got to have fun like this. But Okay, so Andrew says behind like 30 seconds. So the lag time on Telegram is like a 30-second delay? Huh. Oh, Yarnib wants to see my Unreal screen before I go. You want to see under the covers. All right. Oh, you only saw... Oh, my gosh. You only saw a portion? You know what that means, bro. You're going to have to go back and watch the video. That's all there is. Anyway, Unreal Engine. So, bunch of materials here. Materials, content. Using the first-person shooter. So, like, here's a room. There's my first-person shooter. I have these little boxes where the screen goes up and down. I lined them all up. So if I click on one of these guys, I can type in VChain number 4, all that cool kind of stuff. Well, I forgot to delete Ocean X over there. There's a big old thing. Picture image. Have some fog going on. There we go. Cool materials. There's Bitcoin. See how that's cool? Isn't that cool how that looks? One thing that's really nice about Unreal is its light, on how it handles the lights. I mean, I would not be able to achieve this in the amount of time in Unity at all. Unreal is like totally awesome. Yeah, so, but why is Unity cool? Dun dun dun. So I think that was just a quick start, and then we actually might see Vibe do something with Unreal. I know they were talking about that a while ago, so we'll see. But anyway, there's a screen, and if I play it, wham, boom, here we are. Isn't that cool? So if you stand here, whammo, there it is, Neo number 5. Go back, and it slides down. Yay! Isn't that cool? And that's done with like what's called blueprints. So here's VChain. Here's all this stuff. So you only miss you miss like the really cool part, like all these little flashing lights. You know, made it kind of like a nightclub thing. It's like, oh, cool! Look at that coolness. Okay, so here we go. Here we go. We've seen this. Don't forget about these guys. So there's Halal Chain, Bluezell, Tfood, DOVU. Mainly jazzed about, out of this group here, Halal and Tfood. But for the first one, Halal, I mean, it's just, it's taken a huge drop in price, and it's like down to nothing, man. It's like got V-chained or something, you know, 98% drop or something like that. Something really bad. But that's that. So, yeah, pretty cool. One thing with Unreal, make sure that you save often, and then back up. Do backups. That's for sure. I've lost some projects where I didn't do a backup on a different disk, and I totally got pissed off at myself. Nice, definitely cool. Well, thanks, man. Appreciate that. Yeah, if you guys are into game development or whatever, give Unreal a try. It's really cool. Fun stuff. Mainly fun stuff. This is actually pretty easy to do. Anyway, I'm going to be checking out, and you guys have a wonderful time. Stuff you want me to do remote viewing and stuff on, you know, put your comments below. I'll take a look at it, and we'll see. So yeah, thanks for everyone for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the little bell, share, all that good stuff. And yeah, I'll take a look at Discord and Telegram. So we'll see how that goes, and perhaps set up a channel so we can have fun talking. Have a good one, guys. Take it easy. Bye.